Alrighty then, welcome to another double feature, the series where I play 2 random games, not 3 like I do in my randomizer series. No, just 2 this time around. I know it hasn't been that long since we did the last double feature video, but if you guys remember in the Scalic and Up Left Out video that I uploaded back in July of last year, I said near the end of the video that I wanted to try and bring my double feature series back for good. Like, I wanted to try and get at least one of these kinds of videos out every month, at least once a month, I think that's what I said. And I would like to try and actually keep that promise this time, because if you guys have been sticking with this channel for, like, the past few years now, you're probably well aware already that I am not the best when it comes to keeping promises. It's part of the reason why I barely make promises anymore. Usually whenever I say that there's a certain game that I would like to cover on the channel, I try not to state when exactly I'm gonna try and play it, because I usually never end up meeting that deadline. But if there is at least one promise that I do wish to keep, or at least attempt to keep, in 2020, it would be bringing my double feature series back for good and trying to do at least one double feature video every month. Doesn't matter when exactly in the month it arrives, it can be at the very beginning of the month or the very end of it. All I've got to do is at least fill my quota, my monthly quota for the double feature series, and everything will be all hunky-dory as long as I'm able to stick to that schedule. It's kind of funny because when I initially made that promise back in July, I pretty much immediately broke it when August rolled around because I didn't do a double feature in August last year. Or September, or October, or November. Not this year, though. If there is one promise that I want to try and keep this year, it's to try and keep this series in particular consistent. Doesn't matter if the randomizer series never returns, because honestly I don't think it's going to at this point, but this is a series that I would actually like to try and do a bit more consistently from this point onwards. So that being said, let's get to the games that we're going to be covering in this video. We're going to be covering 2 games, of course, because this is a double feature after all. We are going to be playing OXXO, that's the first game we're going to be covering, and the other game we'll be covering later is called Naboki. But for now, we're going to focus on OXXO. So OXXO is an isometric sliding block puzzle game, that's the best way I can describe it. You may recall in my Scalic and Up Left Out video that I mentioned I would probably play this game by the time it came out. Only problem is that the game came out in August, and I said that I was going to play it sometime in August, so there's another promise I ended up breaking. But this is yet another puzzle game from Hamster on Coke. I have covered quite a few of his games on the channel in the past, the most recent of which being Scalic, but I have also played some of his other games like Art of Gravity, Push, and what was the other one called? Zenji? Yeah. OXXO is the newest game that he has put out. This came out a few months ago. So why exactly is this puzzle game called OXXO, or OXXO? Well, the premise of this puzzle game is that you have to try and connect shapes together. Specifically, you're trying to connect X's and O's together. There's various tiles that you're given, they're all placed on a grid, and you can slide them around the grid. You have to connect the O tiles with other O tiles, and X tiles with other X tiles. However, while the game may sound simple on the surface, this is Hamster on Coke we're talking about, so obviously it's gonna get pretty complicated as the game goes on. Eventually it'll start introducing tiles that can't actually be moved at all, circular tiles that can be rotated and moved at the same time, and also circular tiles that cannot be moved but still can be rotated. It also introduces larger tiles that actually take up more space on the grid, because you'll notice in the background right here that the only tiles we have currently are just really tiny tiles that only take up 1 space on the grid, but then there's gonna be bigger tiles that take up to like 3 spaces. Sometimes the tiles won't even have actual shapes in them, sometimes they'll just have squiggly lines running through them. And in those situations, you have to try and connect the tiles with shapes using those squiggly line tiles, because the connection will run through them. If you want to get a better idea as to how this looks in practice, well, I'm gonna show you right now. So this is the first level right here. So how exactly do you move the tiles around? Well, you left-click on the tile. Yeah, right-clicking does not work at all. Left-click on the tile, and just drag it wherever the heck you want. Of course, you can only move the tile through spaces on the grid, so what you gotta do is that you have to hook up these 2 O tiles to one another. There we go. You form a connection, and that's it. You just move on to the next level after that. So in the second level, you now have X tiles, but you'll notice that the O and X tiles cannot be connected to one another because they're forming a red connection. Red connections are obviously bad. You want the connections to be green, like this. Also, take note of how the background animates whenever you create a good connection. Yeah, the background's green. The background actually changes colors throughout the entire game, which is not what Scalyc did. So that's a little bit interesting. I also don't know what these little wave formations are in the background either. The background definitely looks a lot more stylish than Scalyc's, that's for sure. So this is the puzzle that actually appears in the game's logo. This puzzle is essentially the game's logo. So what we gotta do here is that I think we gotta move some pieces out of the way here. Because I think I want this O tile to go over here with this other O tile, obviously. Yeah, also take notice that if there's two O tiles connecting to each other, but then there's also an X tile over here, yeah, that doesn't work. It still considers it a bad connection. Actually, does this even work at all? No, it does not. Yeah, so can't connect them together like that, even though it's still showing that part of the connections are actually green. But yeah, what we actually want to do is that we want to get them away from one another. There we go. Gotta separate them, then we make good connections, and then we can move on to the next level right here. Okay, it actually demonstrates this in the 4th level. I forgot about this. Yeah, I have played this game a little bit off screen, just so you know. This is not blind. I have played through a few of these levels already. We got 3 tiles right there. We got a set of 3. Not too bad. It almost looks like I created a B-2 stealth bomber. That's what the level was shaped like, I just noticed. And then you have these 2 space-wide tiles that kind of look suspiciously like controllers. What do you do with these? Well, I mean, that's what you do with these. Yeah, you can make 2 connections at a single time, basically, if there's like 2 shapes embedded inside of it. And then in this level, you notice that we have blue tiles. These blue tiles cannot be moved at all. If you try left-clicking and dragging, does absolutely nothing. However, you can use some of these tiles in order to rotate the white tiles. Indeed, you can use the dark blue tiles to rotate the white ones. Should have clarified that a little bit better. Yep, just rotate them, kind of like that. Pretty simple stuff. And then in the next level, yeah, this complicated mess. So I think it's pretty clear what I could do here. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also rotate the larger tiles on the smaller white tiles too. Yeah, it's not just the blue tiles that you can like rotate the bigger 2 space wide tiles on. You can do this with the little white tiles as well. I think that's the only thing that this little white tile right here is actually useful for, though. That's the only issue. I can move this around right here just like that. There we go. A complicated mess is not so complicated anymore. Good God. There's also, like, light rays that are descending down from all these, puzzles as well, from all these grids. I will at least say that it looks a lot more graphically impressive than most of Hamster on Coke's games, although I still wouldn't say that it beats out Art of Gravity, because I feel like Art of Gravity by far is Hamster on Coke's best looking game. You know, because it's in full 3D and whatnot. I don't know, he's kind of just like ripping off Rainbow Train at this point, with all the isometric games that he's been putting out. It's just kind of something I noticed. Also, speaking of Rainbow Train, stay tuned actually for the next game that I'm going to be covering. That's all I'm going to say for now. There we go. That's some pretty simple stuff. Again, I also do like the music. The ambient music is always really nice. Yeah, so you'll notice that we don't just have X's and O's, we actually have like little star shapes now in the tiles. So, what do we do here again? Okay, not that. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do here in this household, except I think... Oh wait, I think I'm actually realizing what I'm doing wrong here. So, we have got to get this star over to the other side, actually. So, how am I going to do this? Well, actually, no, I can do it like this. I gotta move at least one of you bozos out of the way here. Yeah, you go down there. Go down there, please. Oh, right. I think you need to go that way. Oh, right, I need to rotate you one last time, actually. I need to rotate you like that, and then set you up like this. There we go. Create one massive connection that spans the entire grid. Like the entire vertical section of the grid. So then you have these really bizarre levels where you have connections that are kind of just floating out in the open. Yeah, so they're connecting to one specific tile. So you'll notice that when we move over that tile, the connection's gonna travel through and go all the way to the blue tile in the center, which cannot be moved. And you have to, like, yeah, you gotta connect all of them together. There we go. Gotta form the entire connection. Very good indeed. And then you just have a giant tangled web of connections in this next level right over here, but this one is actually not as complicated as it looks, because what I think we have to do is that we have to connect some of these to each other. I know that for a fact. Like, we have to connect the same shapes to one another, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, like that. But where does this one go? Okay, right over here. I don't think what I'm doing right now is necessarily gonna work out, because I don't think we can actually get to that other square, can we? No, we cannot. Okay, so we're gonna have to reconfigure this a little bit. Okay, well, there we go. There's the reconfiguration. Yeah, that wasn't too much of a reconfiguration, but there. Just moving a couple of tiles over. Just scooch it over a little bit. Right, I actually don't remember this level at all, and I only played this game like maybe 5 days ago. Okay, well, I already see that we should probably rotate something. Yeah, like this. And then we're gonna need to rotate some of these tiles right here. Oh, that's not where that goes. Hang on a second. That is not at all where that goes. I'm gonna use you to do that, and then wait, I need to move you out of the way. Yeah, you go over here. There, that's where you're supposed to go. Then you go down here. Very nice. Big old connections. What would even be the point of connecting it to the other ones, actually? Because it seems like there were a couple of connections there that were actually completely useless. Because there weren't any tiles there to connect them to anything. I don't know, that looked a little weird to me. Okay, so, remember when I was talking about tiles with squiggly lines in them instead of actual shapes? Well, this is what I was talking about right here. So in later levels, you're gonna need to use these squiggly line tiles to form connections instead of, like, connecting them through actual shapes. This is a pretty simple one right there. Here we go, so it's just gonna move straight through the tiles. You have to create an actual line through them. And then you just gotta do the same thing right here, because now you'll notice that these tiles, yeah, they can't be moved, because they're blue. So what we can do here is that we can rotate this, I think. Yeah, rotate it to the side. No, go back the other way, please. Uh-oh, wait a second, I don't think that's gonna work, actually. Because do I wanna move you over to this side? I don't think I want to. Well, actually, no. No, that is actually not what I want to do at all, because that just leads into the void. Okay, well, alternatively, what we could do is this. Yeah, let me try moving some of these tiles down over here. Okay, that's not gonna work, because I want to redirect this into that tile over there, like the blue tile on the right. But I feel like the only way we're gonna get that accomplished is if we do maybe something along the lines of this first. Oh my goodness, what am I doing right now? Yeah, something, actually, this is perfect. That is perfect. Now I just need to figure out how exactly to align this. How do I align this? There we go. Just like that. That is how I align that. Yeah, so you just connect every single tile together in order to form one massive connection. But then you have tiles that not only have lines running through them, they also have shapes. So what in God's name do you do then? Well, I'll tell you what you do. Can I actually tell you what you can do? Because I kind of don't remember already. Hang on a second. I'm gonna figure it out right here. Good lord. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I need to make a circle. I need to make a circle through all these connections. Because I have to create like a closed loop. So that it comes back around to the circle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just like that, actually. That's literally all I had to do. So again, what was the purpose of the other lines? Because they seem completely useless. Okay, so I remember this puzzle right here, and this puzzle actually gave me a little bit of a hard time. This one can be a little bit confusing, so I think what we gotta do, we have to connect these two tiles to one another, these two circle tiles, the blue ones. Actually, we haven't come across a tile yet that's 3 spaces wide or 3 spaces long, because I thought this was the one that had the 3 space wide tile, but apparently it's only 2 spaces. Whatever, I don't know how numbers work. Let's just try and figure this damn thing out. So, rotate this a little bit. Okay, I might need to use this for something. Or I might have to use it for something. Alright, I remember how to solve this again. We have to create more close connections, actually. So, armed with that knowledge, I think I actually know what I'm supposed to do here. I think what I want to do is rotate this big tile down here. And just want to slide it in place. Now, is there actually a tile that would allow me to do this? Yeah, there is. Like that. And then, after that, I think it's just a matter of doing it for this side? Yeah, well, hang on a second. There is one tile here that's not going to connect, so I may actually have to do it for this side instead. Yeah. And then... Oh, here... Yeah, actually, yes. Yes. I have to rotate this again. There we go. There's those close connections right there. Those loops. Very good indeed. See, because my original idea for that level was that I thought, once again, I had to connect all the tiles together, but no, it's a lot simpler than it looks. Because it tries to confuse you. It leads you into believing that you have to somehow find a way to connect all of the lions together through all the tiles in order to make the circular tiles connect to each other, but no, you have to make the closed loops again. It really tries to throw you off, but this one right here, this one also involves some loop making again. As for what type of loop making, well, I'm trying to figure that out. But we can indeed rotate it like this. Yeah, that certainly works. Okay, wait a second. I might be onto something. I may be onto something here. I don't know if close connections are the solution here. I don't think they are, because we need to try and find some way to also connect this other circular tile in here. Is it possible that we could probably go around the other way? Well, no, that's just gonna do the same thing every single time. Here, we need to find some other way around this then in that case. Oh, here. We might... Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it travels through the first circle, and then it stops at the second. That's how we get through that. Now we have tiles which have more than one line traveling through them. They have two. Well, I think first and foremost, we wanna put those X tiles over there, obviously. Yeah. I think I would like to try and connect these two together, right? Yes, that would work, because it just rebounds into the other X. But what we could do alternatively is also rotate it like that, because that actually still works. We could do it... Oh, no. We could not do it like that. That's not gonna work out, because this little wire needs to go somewhere. So no, I think this actually does need to be horizontal, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay, well, I figured out how to connect the circles together, but how did I connect the other, how did I connect the X's together again? Oh god, I'm getting confused by this. Unless I need to actually use this circular lion to connect the O's together instead of the X's. Here we go. I think I solved it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the lines have to be parallel to one another. That's what I was forgetting. Okay, well, here's the circular rotatey thingies that, yeah, are blue and also cannot be moved. There is a white variant that can be moved, however, so what we effectively have to do here, we just have to rotate until we find a connection, yeah, that actually connects these other tiles together, which also cannot move. Yeah, kinda like that. Just kinda like that. Here, I think this is the one... Okay, never mind, this is actually not one where we get introduced to the white variants. Okay, well, let's see. We got a central one right here. See, it doesn't matter if you rotate this one, because this one's actually not gonna change. This is the crossroads right here. The crossroads never changes. So, we connect those together. Okay, well, actually... Then what's even the point of the ones in the corners? What in the world, man? It kind of seems like there are certain tiles in some of these levels that actually have no use. I just noticed that playing through these levels again. I don't know, this seems a little bit dumb. So this one's actually already connected, as you can see, but I think we need to actually rotate this one. Yeah, see, these ones right here are the ones that you can move around because they're white. The ones that are kind of shaped like coasters are the ones that you can rotate and also move around if they are white. So what I'm thinking is maybe do something along the lines of that. And then this, well, maybe not. Hang on. I'm thinking that I'd have to, like, create some sort of, yeah, like, squiggly connection right here, I would think. Well, no, because that leads into a straight line, so we can't conduct it like that, so what we're gonna have to do instead is do that. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, so... arrange them diagonally. Arrange the white ones diagonally. And then we have this colossal mess of a level right here where we have shaped tiles that can't be moved, and there's circles, squares, and stars. And we have a bunch of movable rotating tiles right here. Oh god, it's not what I meant to do. So to tell you guys the truth, I actually have not cleared this level before. I stopped playing the game around this point because I wanted to go and try and record it. I kind of just felt like I saw pretty much everything that I needed to see. But I think this level might actually be a lot simpler than it looks. So, I mean, I could still try to solve it here, but I would like to go to the other game, relatively soon, because I don't want to waste too much time with this. And it also seems like there's, yeah, these 4 tiles right here, they can only stay on one side of the grid. So I don't think I should have too difficult of a time solving this. Okay, that seems good. Yeah, but how exactly would I connect these stars together, though? That's what I have to try and figure out. Okay. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, this works well enough, it would seem. But now I have to figure out where exactly these circles go. Okay. Well, actually, wait. I think I figured it out. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. So just connect all the shapes together. Yeah, that was a lot less complicated than I thought it would be. Because I did see that level off screen before. I was just kind of staring at it for a while, and I was just like, oh boy, this looks like a cluster truck and a half of a level right here. But no, that was actually pretty okay. Right, so this is pretty much the point where I actually haven't seen the game beyond this point. There is a tile with a junction inside of it. Oh god! And it doesn't seem like I can just move these tiles to other locations, so it kind of seems like they're just stuck there. Also, this big one I can indeed rotate. That's gonna connect the square to the X though, so I definitely do not want that. These ones I can move around, however, and that gives me an idea. Oh yeah, well that works, but hang on a second, I wanna probably move this tile up here though, because otherwise it's gonna get trapped. Here we go. Okay, that looks a lot better actually. That looks way better, because I assumed there was something I had to do with this other tile right over here, like this one that I'm moving around. Okay, so what do I do with the square boys over here? What do I do with these boys? Gotta find a way to connect them somehow. Oh, okay, well, that works, but hang on. Gotta figure out, okay, yeah, that's only part of the equation, though. Can also rotate you. Yeah, there's only one that's not lit up, though. I think I was about to say I figured it out, but hang on. We might have to move some tiles around again. At least I'm thinking that I might have to move some tiles around, but I mean, even this is not really doing anything. This is not getting the job done, because there's still, like, one connection that's missing here. Well, there is also this configuration right here, but this also doesn't work, because this connection's just going nowhere. There we go. Yeah, so that like, T-shaped connection right there, that needs to go in the middle. And then the other one's on the side. What in the world is this? Well, I'm at least glad that the background got a little darker, so this makes it a little bit easier to see. I know, I'm not exactly a big fan of the, you know, the really bright colors that they were showing last time. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop things there for now, guys, because I do feel like I'm getting a little bit carried away with it, but that's a total of about 24 levels, because I think this is the 24th level. And if you want to know how many levels OXXO has, it does have slightly more than Scalic. I think it has about 103 levels. I think that's the exact number. Yeah, so I would say that's about 1/5 of the game that I just showed off to you guys, approximately, about 20%. Yeah, so I think this is a good stopping point for now, because we probably should just continue on to Naboki. But yeah, that's OXXO. It's a sliding block puzzler where you deal with tiles that have shapes inside of them. The name is a little bit misleading though, because it doesn't deal with just O's and X's. You also have squares and diamonds, and even some tiles that don't even have shapes in them, they just have lions that you need to use in order to connect shapes together. But yeah, I don't know what this, I don't feel like dealing with this monstrosity right now, so we're not going to. Instead, we're just gonna move on to the next game now before I end up running out of time. So with that being said, let's just move on to the next game now. Why not? So the next game in the docket here is called Naboki. Now I did mention Rainbow Train at one point when I was playing OXXO a bit earlier. Well, the reason why I made that comment in particular is because this next game here is actually another game from Rainbow Train. Indeed, so one thing that I was not aware of when I played Scalic and Up Left Out a few months ago is that Rainbow Train was actually working on another puzzle game of his own alongside Hamster on Coke. I wasn't aware of it at the time, but he put out this puzzle game in November of last year, I think, so this has only been out for a couple of months now. I mean, you probably already know the drill by now. I've played a bunch of Rainbow Train's games on my channel. Clocky, Hook, Push, Also up, left, out, obviously. So the best way that I can describe Naboki is that it's kind of like up, left, out if it was 3D. Yeah, Rainbow Train basically created a 3D version of one of his previous games. I mean, that's basically what this is. It's essentially a 3D version of up, left, out. You even have like full camera control right here. Look at that. So I'm not really sure what kind of category, or I guess subcategory, this type of puzzle game would fall under. But basically what you gotta do here is that you're given a giant monument of blocks that you need to try and disassemble piece by piece. How exactly do you go about that? Well, you'll notice that there's a little arrow at the very top of this block right here. So what you do is that you left click on the side of the block that has the arrow on it, and the block will fly off in the direction that the arrow is pointing. So I'll demonstrate right here. There you go, just kind of flies off into the void. So effectively what you have to do here is that you have to rotate the camera around in order to find the arrow on the block, and then just send them on their way. I mean, that's literally it. It's basically a game where you have to click a bunch of things, basically. However, do take note that if you're trying to fling a block in a direction that's actually being guarded by another block, it'll just bounce off of that block instead. So you have to try and find a way to get rid of that block first. But what we're gonna do here is that we're just gonna try and fling some blocks off in other directions. There we go. There. So now we just have one remaining, and then he can just go away. Yeah, unlike up, left, out, the backgrounds don't change color at all in between levels. Yeah, there's no multiple palette colors in this game, unlike up, left, out. Only one palette color, and it's like solid white and also pink. Although there's a different type of block that we get introduced to later on that cannot be moved. Indeed, this seems to be a reoccurring theme in a lot of their games, like Rainbow Train's games, I mean, and also Hamster on Coke to some degree. But yes, we'll be getting introduced to some gray-colored blocks that you cannot move at all. I think there's actually one puzzle much later on in the game where we basically have to try and break one of the blocks free from what is essentially a prison that's holding it hostage, or holding it captive, I guess. So, fling that off there. Fling that over there. Yeah, you'll also notice that some of these blocks also have arrows on multiple sides, so you have to try and choose, like, the best direction to shoot them off in. Yeah, because you don't want to shoot them directly into the other blocks, obviously. You have to shoot them into the void. That is by far the best solution, so we could do something like this right here. Yeah, there we go. And then we can, like, yeah, push this downwards, fling this upwards. This can go away, yeah, because it's not being guarded by anything, that's alright. That is, though, so that presents a bit of a problem. Yeah, we're trying to disassemble the cube right here. That's effectively what we're doing. Yeah, so we can... Oh, wait, no. That's not flying directly upwards. This is flying directly upwards, though. There we go. We can just send you on your way. There we go. Get lost. Get lost in the void and never come back. Yeah, so we just gotta, like, free all of the blocks one by one here. This can actually get pretty tricky in the later levels. Again, it's a matter of figuring out, like, the best direction to fling off all these blocks in. And sometimes you have to move certain blocks around in order to, like, actually reveal some of the arrows on some of the blocks. Because there are some levels where it'll look as though there are no arrows on any of the blocks. So then you're confused as to how exactly you're supposed to get rid of them. But then, you get rid of some other blocks around it, and then you notice that that block you were trying to figure out how to erase, it did have an arrow on it all along, but it was being obscured by another block, either above it or below it. Because again, remember that some of these blocks only have one arrow on them, because we're not gonna have all of these types of levels right here where we have, like, multiple arrows on every single side of the cube, on all 6 sides of it. Okay, yeah, I'm actually, like, starting to figure this out now. There we go. Just send all of those off on their way. There we go. Okay, there. I figured it out. Nice. Very good indeed. Yeah, then it just becomes like a clicking game once you figure out the intended solution. So, there are some blocks that you can also rotate, kind of like Scalic actually, in order to reveal the arrow on them, and then you just fling them off. Again, not every level is going to have this mechanic, though. Oh, here we go. Here's the arrow right over there. Alright, and how do I send you off? Okay, there's the arrow. Very good indeed. I did actually complete a whole bunch of levels of this off-screen, and from playing a bunch of levels off-screen, I can confirm that there's actually one block type later on in the game that actually can't be flung off into oblivion. But I'm not gonna spoil what that particular block type is, at least not yet. Instead, we're gonna just shoot this off into outer space, just fling this to the side. Gotta rotate this block right here, because I don't actually know where this arrow is. Oh wait, I just saw it. There we go. Get out of here, please. Get out of here. What is this block? Can this block go places? Yeah, it can indeed go places. There we go. Get rid of those two blocks. Oh, also, that one can actually be removed already. Okay, gotta rotate these so that they're facing away from one another, because I don't want them to hit each other. Very good indeed. So, now we have some blocks that have a lever on them. Yeah, so the blocks with levers on them, well, you can pull them either up or down, and that's basically how they work. Sometimes you're gonna have to do that in order to move them out of the way of other blocks, so you can throw them into the void, the glorious pink void, and then you have one of these levels where, yeah, it's a variety of switches. You need to take note of how the switches are oriented, though, because some of them are oriented horizontally and vertically. That is important because, yeah, some of the ones with levers on them can only be moved either horizontally or vertically. Here we go. I think I need to pull, there's one lever in particular that I need to try and pull down here. Oh god. Wait, go that way. I think I want to... Do I want to push at least one of you down? What am I doing here again? Okay, so I think this block right here, I need to make room for you. Yes, I need to at least push one of these guys out of the way. Okay, what if I bring you all back, and then, like... Okay, no, because you're getting, like, revved up. You're getting, like, revved up now, and you want to escape. Okay, but the only way I could possibly do that is if I bring you down like this, right? No? Because I still can't move you out of the way, and then there's just this guy that ends up getting stuck. Oh yeah, and there's literally no other blocks that I can move then, because everyone else gets stuck after that. Oh wait, here we go. I can pull you upwards. Yeah, and then shoot you off. Okay, that's better. That's a better idea. And actually, I can already shoot you off too, so you just go away. You just get on out of here. So now that we have less blocks, this should be a little bit easier to figure out. Oh yeah, because this block can go, that block can go. Actually, all these blocks can go now, I think. Yeah, because you can get out of here. And then, yeah, just move you out of the way. There we go. Kind of just, like, swipe them on the side. Okay, there. And then you get introduced to the big blocks. Yes, the ones that are two spaces. Oh yeah, and it does get worse from this point onwards, because in the later levels, you're basically gonna get introduced to, like, straight-up tetrominoes. So just be prepared for it. The blocks are gonna get a lot more ridiculous looking in just a few moments. I don't actually know. Okay, that... there was apparently nothing in the way of that one, alright? Because now I'm just, like, guessing where to place everything. Okay, actually, this is good. This is good. What's on here? Okay, yeah, you just go to the right. Go right and out of sight. Apparently, you can also get lost already, too. Yeah, I can't see the arrows on any of the other blocks, so I have to figure this out here. Yeah, you have to go down. Okay, but you can go already. Then I just need to... I gotta move you out of the way completely, though, right? Okay, but there's only two of you now. Yeah, you can't move because you're clipping that other guy, but... Oh, wait. I can't view the one on here. Okay, yeah, here we go. Get that lever out of there, for goodness sakes. Alright, want even more levers? We just having a lever party up here. Just having a gigantic party just filled with levers. Good God. I'll be glad when I'm finally done with these freaking puzzles over here. Then I can actually show you, like, the gray blocks, what they look like. God, this is also, like, a matter of perspective as well, because... Yeah, this is one of those things where you really have to, like, move the camera around in order to see what the frick you're doing. Another one of those things where if you don't have the correct camera angle, you're gonna end up creating, like, optical illusions for yourself. And that's not good. That's not good for anyone. Yeah, okay, that guy can get lost then. That guy can just get lost entirely. Okay, what levers can I move? I can move that one. That boy is not gonna go anywhere. This boy is gonna go somewhere, though. Hang on a second, I don't think I want to move you back in. I want to move you out so you can... Oh wait, no, there's still something in the way. Okay, wait a minute, there's still more levers that I can push here. Now I can't see the arrows anymore again, though. Oh my god. I cannot tell what I'm even doing anymore. Okay, you can go away, though. So I am noticing that the, yeah, the block that's underneath this one right here, that one also has an arrow that's pointing the exact same way. This guy who I need to try and get out of the way. Can you move up? You cannot move up. Also, I just lost a lever again. Okay, I'm trying to play with these levers a little bit more. This is actually getting, like, really confusing all of a sudden. And it really shouldn't be that confusing to me, because I've actually already beaten this level before. Oh, wait. I was already able to launch the one on top, apparently. Okay, well, that's fine then. One less obstacle to worry about. Where in the world do you go? Actually, you can go away as well now. Okay, good. Good to know. You still can't go away. But I can make you go away right about now, actually. There we are. And this boy can also go away, because I can just move him out of the way of the other block. Okay, wait, here we go. We're making a little bit of progress now. Making a little bit of progress. Just raise that one upwards. This one can also go. Okay, now I'm kind of figuring this out. Oh my, oh, if my short-term memory is not working well tonight. But then again, when does it ever work at all? Okay, so that one can go away. Oh, actually, wait a second. I can fling a bunch of them off now. Yeah, this one can go. This one still can't go because this one's in the way. This one in the middle, being like a huge dick to everyone right now, is being a huge dick to everyone at the party. Okay, you can go, actually, because there's a little opening. I think this guy can... Actually, no, that guy still cannot go. These blocks are facing each other, which is not ideal. Here, move you out of the way so now you can leave. Then I think I can do the same thing with this one. Yeah. Okay, so who can I push out of the way right now? Someone who I'm gonna have to figure out how to push out of the way. Okay, there. Can I toss you away? Yep, I can toss two of you away. Still can't toss that one away, though, apparently. Okay, you can just move the frick out of dodge. There we go. And then this one can go away. And then I think the rest of you can just piss off now. There we go. Yes. Okay. That was a little more complicated than I remember it being. Okay, anyway, gray blocks. They cannot be moved. Yeah, there's no arrows on the gray blocks, but some of them do have levers and some of them can be rotated. So, move them out of the way, because we absolutely can do that. Wait. There we go. Gotta make the opening. There we are. Okay, that was apparently, 2 blocks merged into one. I didn't notice that. I got confused because they had 2 arrows on them. Alright, gotta break it out of this this containment chamber right here. Gotta break this block out. This is gonna involve just, well, simply moving it downwards, or simply moving some of the gray blocks downwards. Then we have multiple gray blocks embedded into white blocks. Again, this is just gonna... We just need to move stuff out of the way. I mean, that's basically what most of these puzzles involve. Move crap out of the way. So these blocks can get to their destination on time. I mean, that's basically it. This block needs to go away. Here we are. Yeah, so you don't even need to worry about getting rid of the gray blocks, because you can't get rid of them. So, it straight up does not even matter. There we are. Go to the next level. Yeah, then we basically have the same level, except bigger. What exactly do I want to do here again? I can bring you out... Yeah, there's levers on, like, all of these blocks right here. This one I can already get rid of. Yeah, to reveal even more levers. This right here is a game about levers, guys. What about this lever right here? Okay, so no, that's gonna move the other way. That's not gonna work out. Okay, I don't think I wanted to move that back in there. Hang on a second. Here, I think that'll work, though. Yeah, there. So just send you off. I can also send you off, too. Yeah, it just goes straight through the lever, apparently. Pretty sure there's a lever on this guy. Yeah, so then I can just get rid of this cube over here. Can I already remove you? No, there is something in the way. Okay, but I can send you off, though. I can't send you downwards, though, because there's another white block in the way. But I can do this. Some of these out of the way. Yeah, like that, if that's even good at all. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, it at least frees the block that I was focusing on right there. There, and then just move you out of the way so he gets a chance to leave. I think I can just, yeah, push you away. So what about these other blocks then? Because I can still move them around. Yeah, I'm gonna move all of you out of the way, actually. Okay, so there's only 2 left. I think the white block all the way at the bottom is still being blocked off by this one. Yeah, so just move you out of the way. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is a level where you have, I think, just 1 white block, actually, that is trapped inside a gigantic cube made out of, gray tetrominoes. So, we got to dismantle this contraption right here, and dismantle all the tetrominoes right here, or we gotta, like, move them out of the way, at the very least. There we are. So then you'll notice that we have the core. We have the core of the cube. Core has been exposed. I think we gotta, yeah, push it out like that. Wait a minute, do we wanna... Yeah, I think we wanna move you to the side. Yeah, because we still can't see where exactly the arrow is. Oh, but we can see it now. Yeah, we can move it left. Okay, no, that's not where that goes. Hang on a second. I want to push you down. Yeah, so then you can escape. There we go. We freed it. Freed it from the clutches of the gray blocks. So then we have cubes with arrows that can actually be configured. You can actually change the direction in which these cubes fly off in. Want them to go either left, right, up, or down. In this case, we do want to have them face away from the gray cubes because we want to free them, obviously. Yeah, we don't need to change this one, though, because this one is already configured correctly. So I think... okay, this one's actually, like, blocked off by something, so we have to remove this. Actually, I think we're gonna need to remove all of these first before we can do anything with them. There, you go, you get out of here. Yeah, just rotate these away from the gray blocks. Yeah, and then we can just throw them away. Oh wait, no, you can see them on the side now. Okay, so yeah, let's push them all to the left. And there we go. That's about it for that level. Okay, no, this is actually the level I was thinking of. So yeah, just this one cube right here. You can rotate it on the side. Yeah, if you rotate it once, you'll notice you have an arrow that you can change. And then, I don't know if I don't remember if that's the correct arrow or not. No, I don't think it is, actually. What is the correct arrow? Where's the opening for this? Because I know that there's an opening somewhere. I think I need to, yeah, I need to rotate it towards... Yeah, I think the entrance is actually, like, down there. Yeah, this is the entrance right here. Yeah, then just shoot it through. There we go. I don't think it's necessarily time for the white tetrominoes just yet, but now we have regular arrows, but also, you know, the configurable arrows as well. So now we gotta figure out where to send all these off to. There we go. This is actually a fairly easy puzzle, because I do remember how to complete this one, because some of these I think you just need to, yeah, you just need to orient away from the central cube right here, the central cube area, and you just gotta send them all off. There we go. They all get flung away. Wait, we need to switch this a little bit. There we go. There. They all get removed. They all get removed. But then we have little gray blocks that are embedded into the cube. So then what do we do at that point? Well, we can get rid of that for one thing. Actually, I think we can also do this for the other side. Yeah, this one can also be rotated. I don't remember if we have to, yeah, push it like that. No, I don't think that's good. That's not good. That's good, though. That's very good. Now it's like a hollowed-out cube, almost. Yeah, and then I think we need to rotate... Wait, what am I looking at right now? Okay, wait, no. That's not correct. Actually, I think this one is trapped currently. We have to try and free it. What am I actually rotating on this? Okay, yeah, this one may also be trapped as well. Okay, no. It's not going to be trapped for long, because we need to... Yeah, we need to push it either upwards or downwards. That's how we're going to be able to get out of this situation. There we go. Yeah, and all of these can be rotated, actually, so... This boy can go over here. And then we get rid of this and that. Yeah, and then we just rotate these guys away from one another and then send them off in their way. Okay, this is a little bit of a weird one, because now the gray blocks have just become simple tiles. This is gonna complicate things just a little bit. So now, I think I want to configure it like this, and then just send that cube off. Yeah, and we also have levers as well. This I think I want to change so that this goes off over here. And then this goes... no, wait, no. This is gonna have to go in some other direction, which is that direction, and then you're gonna have to go off in this direction. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Or that I even remember it being. Okay, this is Tetromino time, boys and girls. Yeah, you see this giant shape right here? This is basically, what do you call this? Is this the, either the S piece or the Z piece? Whatever the heck they call it in, like, classic Tetris. Although I'm pretty sure those names also apply to modern Tetris, too, if I'm not mistaken, but... Yeah, we gotta rotate some things. We gotta rotate some things, boys and girls. Okay, no, not that way. Okay, well, I can push you upwards, but that's not doing me any favors. This other block right here is still gonna be blocked off. Oh, right, so the only real thing we can do right now is, like, play with some levers, basically. Or some switches. Okay, so can I... Okay, I can pull this out, but maybe I can rotate this. Maybe we can fling it off in another direction. No, it's just blocked off by everything. But wait, no, never mind. That's also stuck. Oh yeah, the big T-piece. Where do we fling off the big T-piece towards? I can't even see its arrow. Wait, can I move you out of the way? Okay, no. But you're still gonna get stuck either way. Pull you down at all. Okay, so I fling you away, though. Yeah, because you're not getting blocked off by anything now. So I can push you back over that way. I don't think I want to, though, because I want to... Yeah, I want to move you in that direction. So there's this other arrow I can configure, so I can shoot you upwards. Then you're no longer getting blocked off by anything. That's good. Then I can send you off. Then I just need to get the freaking S piece out of the way of the T piece right here. Because you can see they're stuck inside one another right now. So I think that way and that way. And then they're just gone. More Tetramino shenanigans in this level right over here, though. So, again, got some levers that we can mess around with. There's so many frigging levers in this game, man. All the levers. Can't recall if there's any configurable arrows in this level, though I don't believe there are. Can we just... No, that thing is clearly getting blocked off by something, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. Okay, so it's hitting this piece on the side right here, which also can't get moved, but there is a lever on it. So I have to try and figure out how to get to that lever. Actually, is it? Okay, well, never mind. I accidentally pulled the lever somehow. Yeah, so what if I put that in place? Okay, yeah, there we go. Now it can go away. Now it can just get lost. Get lost in the sauce. Pretty sure I can also move you down now. Yes, I can. Where's the arrow on this one? Right there. Okay, so this is where the game's just gonna start getting really freaking bizarre. So, some cubes you can't get rid of. You can't, like, shoot into any direction. No. You have to connect the lions. Yeah, this is already looking a little bit familiar, isn't it? Yeah, throwback to what I played like 30 minutes ago. So basically what we have to do here is that we have to try and configure this in a way so that, yeah, all the lines are... Okay, well, yeah, you connect all the lions inside of the cube, but then the cube just disappears, and then you can send the other cube on its way. Yeah, so there's like little circular connections right here, but then there's some cubes that don't even have those connections, and what you have to do... Yeah, again, just squiggly lines. There's some cubes in the game that have squiggly lines inside of them. What do you do then? Well, you make circles from the squiggly lines, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what you actually have to do. I think that's correct anyway. Let's see if I can try configuring this correctly, because I have to remember how exactly I did this. Here we go. Like probably like this maybe. I think. Yeah, okay. So then they... Okay, so they actually disappear at the same time. Okay, well that's kind of strange. I thought the way it worked was that, yeah, you connect one of them together and then that one disappears and then you go for the other one. But no, apparently, apparently the existence of both cubes depends on whether or not both of them have connecting lines inside of them. If they don't, then that's great, they can continue to coexist. But if they both get all their lines connected, then both of them disappear at the same time. That's kind of weird. Yeah, but this is one cube right here where this is literally what we have to do. We have to make more circles. Goodness gracious, man, there's so many circles that we have to make all of a sudden. Yeah, so that's 1. And 2, I think I might have broken the connection with one of them. Yeah, okay, well that's fine. I did figure this one out before though, so I should have no problem. Should have no problem with this one. There we are. I think we're almost there. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. I'm messing things up. I'm screwing things up now. Okay, that is looking good. Yeah, it's looking good so far. Okay. I think there's only one more now. I believe. Okay, what exactly am I doing with this one? I think... Yeah, okay, that looks fine. Okay, here we are. There we go. Yeah. You just make O's inside of all of the cubes. It doesn't make any sense. You're not even disassembling the puzzle. You have to reassemble it now. Throwing you a good old curveball right there. Anyway, I don't think I've played the game beyond this point, actually. Yeah, as you can see, this is thankfully another one of those games that allows you to revisit previous levels. I also forgot to mention that OXXO allows you to do this too. Yeah, but then you have the connections. They have levers on them. Okay, well, actually, hang on a second. This seems simple enough. Just connect them back together, right? Yeah, like that, and then like this, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, that's only one of them now, and... Okay, yeah, that makes total sense. And let me guess, there's more... Yeah, there's more of them, of course. And squiggly lines as well? Yeah. Well, I think you guys pretty much get the gist of this whole game. Yeah, you got big cubes that are actually comprised of, like, multiple tinier cubes, and yeah, you have to either disassemble the puzzle, sometimes you have to reassemble it. Yeah, create circles out of all the squiggly lines. Some cubes that you can't move at all, the gray ones, some of them are in the shape of tetrominoes, like literal S pieces and T pieces. Some of them that have levers, which actually allow you to move them around to some degree. And then later levels where they just start combining all of the mechanics together. The concept is a little bit easier to grasp than OXXO, if I am being honest here. I do kind of feel like OXXO is the more difficult game out of the bunch. And I at least like the fact that this one has, yeah, full 3D camera rotation, so you can just kind of move the camera around like this, any direction you prefer, kind of like Art of Gravity. I think this is actually the first game Rainbow Train has released which allows you to do that, that has like full 3D camera rotation, because I think all of his other puzzle games before this were either isometric or full 2D, kind of taking cues from Hamster on Coke, I think. Yeah, and for the record, Hamster on Coke and Rainbow Train, they have collaborated on projects together before, like, they were both responsible for creating Push. So I think it is fair to say that these guys are actually friends. I mean, if they have worked with each other before. It would definitely be interesting if they would collaborate on another project again, like they did with Push a couple of years ago, or actually a few years ago now, because I think that was released in 2017. I don't know, I kind of like to see another collab from these guys again sometime in the near future. I mean, I was just surprised that Rainbow Train had also been working on a new game as well, because I was not aware. I thought it was only Hamster on Coke that had released a new game recently, but no, both of them did actually. So other than that, I think I am going to be leaving this video here. So that is OXXO Naboki, some brand new puzzle games from both Hamster on Coke and Rainbow Train respectively. I would say that my favorite one out of the bunch though would probably be OXXO, just because it does seem to be a lot more involved, because with this game in particular, it kind of feels like you're just clicking on a lot of stuff in order to figure out the solution, but with OXXO you have to like slide certain tiles into place with each other, and you have to rotate different objects in order to form connections with all the shapes. You know, it feels like you need to be a lot more involved with the game in order to solve a lot of the puzzles there. Not only that, but it is a little more lively, I guess, than Naboki, because I mean, with Naboki in particular, as you can see, it's just a static pink background, and it doesn't even have the multiple color palettes that Up Left Out did. Just a solid pink background that you can't even change. Like, you can't change the color of this background whatsoever. At least with OXXO, the background changes color automatically over time, and there's also, like, gigantic god rays that are descending from the grid itself, like the grid that comprises all the levels. OXXO is definitely the more graphically impressive game, by far. Even if it does kind of end up being a little bit similar to Hamster on Coke's previous game, Scalic, what with the isometric perspective. But there's still really interesting puzzle games that I wanted to show you guys today. OXXO, you have to connect shapes together by sliding tiles into place, so basically another sliding block puzzler. And then Naboki is, I don't even know, like a disassembler? Like a disassembled puzzler? Kind of like Dissembler, I guess? I mean, in Dissembler, you are also trying to connect pieces together in order to actually remove them from the playing field. That's basically what you're doing here. It's almost kind of like a 3D version of that game. It's not only like a 3D version of Up Left Out, it does kind of feel like a 3D version of Dissembler to some degree. It's not 100% like a 3D Dissembler though, because I mean in Dissembler you had tiles with multiple colors. You had to match the colors together in order to remove the tiles from the playing field. Not only that, but in Dissembler, if you made the wrong moves, it was actually possible to get stuck, and you'd have to undo some of your moves. But it kind of seems here, like in Naboki, that the game was designed so that you never have to do that. Which, I mean, is definitely convenient, because, you know, it can get a little bit annoying to constantly have to undo everything when you screwed up. It does feel like Naboki's levels were designed specifically to avoid those sorts of situations, which I can appreciate. You know, it's still challenging without being overly frustrating. Kind of feels the same way with OXXO as well. But at the end of the day, I still think I prefer OXXO a lot more because its puzzles do seem to be a lot more elaborate. Not sure if that's the correct term exactly, but I feel like OXXO's puzzles feel a little bit more fleshed out. Not to say that Naboki's puzzles are not fleshed out either, but to be honest, it does kind of feel like I'm just like clicking on a bunch of stuff. Like, it feels like a lot of the puzzles in Naboki can be solved by just clicking. Almost kind of seems like some of them can just be cleared through trial and error. You know, if you click enough times, eventually you'll find a solution, so, I don't know, I think I prefer OXXO over this, honestly. Not only that, but OXXO looks a little prettier. I'm not really the biggest fan of this, like, light pink background right here. I honestly wish you could change it, like you could in Up Left Out. Either way, I still enjoyed these puzzle games, and if you guys want to go and purchase them and play them for yourselves, the links are in the description. I'm gonna link you to both OXXO and Naboki. I do believe there are iOS and Android versions of these games available too, so those links will also be provided. And again, if these two guys come out with any more puzzle games, I mean, I'm gonna play them either way. Like, let's be real here. I'm absolutely gonna play more of their games if they end up releasing more, regardless of the quality. I mean, the quality has not been bad, it's just, I don't know, I kind of feel like Rainbow Train's games in particular have been a little bit underwhelming as of late, but Hamster on Coke's games, they've been pretty flawless so far. But either way, more puzzle games to come, and also more double features, because I actually wanna stick to my promise and try to do these at least once a month. So, I have no clue what games I'm gonna be playing in February, but it would probably benefit me greatly if I tried deciding before then. So, while I'm off doing that, I am going to leave this video here. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and again, links in the description if you want to purchase the games. They're also pretty cheap. I think OXXO is only like $2, I think, and Naboki as well is only like $1 or $2. I actually don't remember the prices of either of these games, but I'm pretty sure they're like $3 or less. I think they're actually cheaper than $3. But with all that being said, thanks as always for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video I make. Later!